Hello students, welcome back to EDUB. This is second part of 6th lecture, and in 6th lecture I told the concept of combination of sources in detail. So in this lecture we will solve some more MCQs regarding that concept, and one sincere request from my side, before watching this lecture please watch that lecture first, so that this entire lecture will be very clear to you. Okay, now let's start today's lecture. Here in this question we have been given with a network, okay, where there are two sources, that is 5 volt voltage source and 5 ampere current source are connected in parallel across 1 ohm resistance. Okay, now we have to tell the amount of current flowing through this 1 ohm resistance. Okay, this current we have to tell. Now as I said earlier in my previous lecture, when two sources, that is voltage source and current source, are connected in parallel, then the voltage source will get more priority, as this is a parallel combination. Okay, means the current flowing through the load 1 ohm is decided by this voltage source. Okay, so here across 1 ohm resistance the voltage will be your 5 volt and the resistance is 1 ohm. So according to Ohm's law, here 5 ampere amount of current will be flowing. Okay, and this is determined by this 5 volt voltage source. Okay, but this 5 ampere amount of current is supplied by this current source. Okay, so here if you apply the KCL at this node, here the current supplied by this 5 ampere source is your 5 ampere, and here the load is drawing the 5 ampere current as per the Ohm's law. Okay, so here the amount of current supplied by this 5 volt source is your 0. Okay, so this is 0. So here the 5 ampere amount of current is flowing through this 1 ohm resistance. Okay, so here option C is your right answer. So we can also check this question by using the conservation of power concept. How? See, here the power supplied by this 5 ampere source is how much? This is 5 ampere source equal to, here the voltage and its current. So voltage is how much? This is 5 volt. Okay, so 5 volt into, here the current is 5, so this is 25 watt. Okay, so this is power delivered, let's say deliver. Okay, and here for this load the power will be absorbed. Okay, so this is 1 ohm, so power absorbed will be how much? This is I square into R. I is how much? I is equal to 5 square into R is 1, so this is 25 watt. And the power supplied by this 5 volt source or deliver equal to 0. Okay, as there is no current supplied by this 5 volt source, so the power delivered by this source equal to is 0. So here if you take a closed loop, here the power supplied equal to your 25 watt and the power absorbed equal to 25 watt. So this is based on conservation of power. Okay, so if you have any doubt while finding the answer, then we can check this answer by taking the concept of conservation of power. Okay, suppose you are asked in exam, instead of 5 ampere, let's say there is a current source of, let's say 2 ampere. Okay, so what will happen? Then here the current flowing through 1 ohm resistance is determined by this 5 volt source. Okay, so this is how much? This is 5 ampere. Okay, now here the current source is supplied 2 ampere of current. Okay, so by applying KCL to this node, we get here 3 amount of current, that is rest amount of current, that is 5 minus 2 ampere equal to 3 ampere. So 3 ampere amount of current will be flowing through this branch. Okay, so this is 3 ampere. That means the current supplied by this voltage source will be your 3 ampere. Okay, so if you now apply the conservation of power concept, here the power delivered by this 5 volt source, that is power 5 volt delivered equal to, here V into I, V is your 5 and current is your 3. Okay, this is 15 watt. Similarly for current source is how much? Your 2 ampere. So 2 ampere current source deliver will power, this is 2 into 5, okay, its current into its voltage, so this is 10 watt, and the power absorbed by this resistance is how much? This is 1 ohm resistance absorbed equal to I square into R. I is same as that of earlier, that is 5, so 5 square into R is 1, so 25. Okay, here the net power delivered is how much? This is 15 plus 10 equal to 25. Okay, now the net power absorbed equal to 25. So this is also obey the conservation of power. So in electrical system, any circuit obey the conservation of power. Okay, so this is a very good trick. You can check your answer by this principle, that is conservation of power. Okay, if you have any doubt while solving or finding this current or voltage across any branch. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. This is a very important question, and it was asked in your previous year IES electrical engineering paper. So in this question there are two sources, voltage source and other one is current source, are connected in series with a resistance R. Okay, now we have to tell what is the voltage across this current source. Okay, suppose let the voltage across this current source is, let this one is plus and this one is minus, and let the voltage across the current source is your Vc. Okay, Vc for current source. Okay, so here as I told you, when two sources are connected in series, the current source will get more priority, means here the current is determined by this current source. Okay, so the current will be flowing in the direction of current source, that is like that. Okay, here the current is entering this point resistance, so this is positive and this is negative. Okay, now let's apply KVL to this loop. We get, let's say this is your loop direction. Okay, so here we are moving from lower potential to higher potential, so this is plus V, and in resistance we are moving from lower potential to higher potential, so this is plus I into R. Okay, and here moving from higher potential to lower potential, so this is minus Vc equal to 0. Okay, by this is by KVL, implies that here Vc equal to V plus I into R. Okay, so the voltage across this current source will be equal to V plus IR. So here option B is your right answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. In this question it is saying there are two voltage sources of different magnitude E1 and E2 and current sources of magnitude I1 and I2. Now we have to tell which of the following conditions will be satisfied. Okay, so always remember one thing, we cannot connect two voltage sources of different magnitude in parallel and two current source of different magnitude in series. Why? Because see, if we are connecting different sources in parallel, that is different magnitude voltage source parallel, then it violate KVL. Okay, how? Let's see. Now let's consider there is a voltage source. Okay, let's say this is a voltage source of magnitude, let's say 6 volt. Okay, now this voltage source is connected in parallel with another voltage source of different magnitude, let's say this is 3 volt. Okay, so this is a closed loop. Okay, this is a closed loop formed by this parallel connection. Now if you apply KVL to this loop, we can write the KVL equation. This is plus 6 volt minus this is 3 volt. Okay, equal to your 3 volt. So this is not equal to 0. Okay, and we know that from the Kirchhoff's voltage law, in a closed loop the summation of all voltage equal to 0, but here we got the total loop voltage will be equal to 3. So this is not equal to 0, so it violate your KVL. So we can't connect the two sources, voltage sources of different magnitude in parallel. Okay. Similarly, for current source, when two current sources of different magnitude are connected in series, then it also violate your Kirchhoff's current law. Means in a single branch there should be a single current. Okay. But if you connect two sources, current sources of different magnitude, then it can't be a single one. So it violate KCL. So we can't connect the two current source in series of different magnitude, and we can connect the two voltage source of different magnitude in parallel. So here option A is your right answer, that is one can be connected in parallel and two can be connected in series. Okay. Now let us check what does option B says. One can be connected in series and two can be connected in parallel. So one cannot be connected in series. So this is wrong. Why? No, because we can connect these 6 volt and 3 volt or the different magnitude voltage source, that is E1 and E2, in series. Okay, in series we can write the KVL equation. Okay, there is no problem. So this option is wrong. Option C says that both 1 and 2 can be connected in parallel. So 1 cannot be connected in parallel, we know that here. Okay, from the option A we know that, and in 2 can be connected in parallel. So this is false. Why? No, because the current sources can be connected in parallel. Okay, there is no problem. In parallel there should be one node, so we can write the KCL equation, so no problem. So this is wrong. Similarly, in fourth option it is also written both, so this can be also wrong. So here option A is your right answer. Now let's move on to the next question. This is a very basic question and which is based on the concept of Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay. Now in this question we have to tell which of the following circuit gives a voltage of VAB equal to 10 volt. Now we have to tell VAB, that is the voltage across this A and B point. Okay. Here as the voltage AB is given as positive 10 volt. So for the ease of understanding, let's draw a voltage source like this, positive. Okay. So this is a positive voltage source. Now let mark this as VAB. Okay. So we can easily write the KVL. Okay. Similarly, this one is VAB and like this VAB, and also this is VAB. Okay. Now let's write Kirchhoff's voltage law equation for this loop, closed loop, and let's assume this is your loop direction. Okay. Now let's write plus 2. Why plus 2? Now here we are moving from this lower potential negative to higher potential positive. So this is plus 2. Similarly for 5 volt source, this is plus 5, and similarly for 7 volt, this is minus 7, this is minus VAB equal to 0, implies that VAB equal to here 7 minus 7 equal to 0. And in the second option, here minus 2 plus 5 minus 7 minus VAB equal to 0 implies that this is how much? This is 3 and this is minus 7. So 3 minus 7 is your minus 4, and this is minus VAB equal to plus 4. So VAB equal to 4. And in the third option, here the VAB equal to your 2 volt plus 5 volt plus 7 volt, that is equal to 14 volt. And in option D, VAB equal to here minus 2 and here your plus 5 and here your plus 7. So this is around this is how much? This is 3 plus 7 equal to 10 volt. So your option D will give the terminal voltage at across the point AB equal to your 10 volt. So your option D is your right answer. Now let's move on to the next question. This is also a very basic question, and in this question we have been given with a network and we need to find which of the following option is equivalent to this network. Okay, so in this network there are two voltage sources, 10 volt and minus 10 volt are connected in series. Okay, and there are two current sources, 2 ampere each are connected in series, and two resistances of 20 ohm each are connected in parallel. Okay, now we have to tell which of the option is equivalent to this network. Okay, so here if you take a close look, here 10 volt, this is positive 10 volt and this is negative 10 volt are connected in series. So if you apply the KVL up to this point, okay, between these 2 points, we get here 10 volt, here minus 10 volt. So this is 0 volt. So here the equivalent source will be your 0 volt. So this is 0 volt. As this is 0 volt, the source voltage is 0 volt, means here the 2 point here and this one get short circuited, means here the potential difference between these 2 points equal to 0, means the potential at this point equal to the potential at this point. So the path will get short circuited. Okay, like this. Let's say this is your shorted path. Okay, like this. Now from a basic concept we know that when a shorted path present across a resistor, then resistor losses its significance, means all the current can be diverted or can be bypassed through this shorted path itself. Okay, so this 20 ohm, this 220 ohm get lost its significance. Okay, so they are no longer useful. So now let me redraw the circuit. Here this is shorted path, okay, and this is your 12 ohm, and here two current sources are connected in series. So the total current in this branch will be your 2 ampere. So here only 2 ampere current will be flowing. Okay, now this is your 4 ohm resistance. Okay, now in this circuit 12 ohm resistance and 4 ohm resistance are connected in parallel as they are connected across a same point. Okay, so here the equivalent resistance between these 2 points will be your 12 into 4 divided by your 16. Okay, so this is 3 ohm. Okay, now this circuit can be redrawn into this is a current source with a parallel resistance of this equivalent resistance value, that is your 3 ohm, and this is your 2 ampere. Okay, so your option D is your right answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. This is last question of today's lecture, and here in this question there is a network given and which is consisting of a voltage source of 4 volt and a current source of 1 ampere and two resistances, that is 6 ohm and 3 ohm. Okay, now we have to tell what is the current flows through this 4 volt voltage source and what is the voltage across this 1 ampere current source. Okay, so here let's apply nodal voltage analysis. So the circuit will be very easy to solve. Okay, so let's consider this to be your reference node. Okay, here as the 4 volt is connected between this node and this ground, so the voltage at this node will be equal to 4 volt. Okay, this is very obvious, means this is 0 and this is 4 volt, so this is accordingly this is 4 volt. So the node voltage at this point is your 4 volt. So now apply the KCL to this node. Okay, 4 volt node. Here according to Kirchhoff's current law, the total current leaving from this node equal to the total current entering to this node. So here the net current leaving equal to how much? This is I, okay, and this is plus, this is 4 minus 0 divided by 6. Here in this branch the current, okay, equal to the current entering to this node equal to how much? This is 1, this 1 ampere current, okay, implies that here I equal to this is 1 minus this is how much? This is 2 by 3, so this is 1 by 3 ampere. So here the value of I equal to 1 by 3 ampere, that is the current flows through this voltage source. Okay, now let's calculate what is the value of the voltage V across this 1 ampere current source. Okay, so here let's apply the KVL here in this closed loop. Okay, so here this is 0 as this is ground, minus this is plus V. Why? Now because we are moving from negative potential to positive potential. Okay, so this is plus and this is minus 4 volt. Why minus 4? Now here the current is entering to this node, so this is minus 4. Okay, divided by the resistance is how much? This is 3. In this branch the resistance is, net resistance is 3 ohm, so this equal to your 1 ampere. Okay, so this is total current flows through this branch, and here the current is given as 1 ampere, that is your due to current source. So this equation equal to your 1 implies that here V minus 4 by 3 equal to 1 implies that here V equal to 3 plus 4 equal to 7 volt. So your current value will be your 1 by 3 ampere and the voltage value will be your 7 volt. So your option C is your right answer. Now this is all about today's lecture. One sincere request to all, please watch this lecture sequentially, means don't skip any question and practice lot of questions from your standard book. And if you enjoyed the video, then please like the video and share the video to your friend circle. Okay, by this let's wind up today's lecture. Thanks for watching everybody. See you in my next video. Till then, keep watching and keep learning. And one more thing, please subscribe to our channel and like the video. And if you have any doubt, then put your doubt in the comment section. Thank you.